Avery, the city is getting ready to roll out the welcome mat here on Yonge Street for the annual Pride Parade, but the cloud is looming large over the massacre we saw in Orlando this past weekend. Now, Pride is saying that security will be beefed up, though one expert we spoke with today says our city's police force is ill prepared to deal with a massacre like we saw in Orlando and in other places around the world in recent years. The harsh reality, really, though, when it comes to these incidents and these soft targets.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that it is, in fact, a soft target. I would suggest that all of these events are very hard to secure.
A Toronto cop for nearly 30 years, Michael Harvey also worked with the RCMP's anti-terrorism unit. Now a private investigator, he says our city's police force is years behind when it comes to training for soft target mass casualty attacks, which are terrorizing the globe.
Europe, for example, training is key and ongoing and ceaseless and at a great expense. So yes, we're far behind them.
The Toronto Police Service did not respond to our request for comment today, though multiple levels of government did proclaim today that everything is being done to keep events like Toronto's upcoming Pride Parade safe.
I spoke with the police chief yesterday, and needless to say, in the aftermath of the Orlando incident, they both deployed some police resources yesterday and will continue to do so in the coming days.
Canadians have a right to engage in festivals and to go about their lives with a sense of peace and security.
Security experts say recent attacks have shown that most casualties happen in the first 10 minutes of a mass shooting, and that makes response times by police key to limiting or eliminating the death toll in a potential attack.
If our police response time is in excess of that, then clearly we're not going to be able to help.
Harvey says it usually takes Toronto's frontline officers approximately 10 minutes to arrive on scene, while our heavily armed emergency task force usually takes even longer. But he adds that our force is working to have trained operational teams on the road full time.
If you had to bring a team together and then put them out on the road, huge time delays, sort of like Paris.
And in the highly unlikely chance you find yourself in the midst of an attack, Harvey says there's a new train of thought to give yourself the best chance at survival.
Run, hide, fight. And the reasons are very, very straightforward. If you run away from it, then potentially you're going to avoid it altogether. Hiding is quite successful. If you're behind a locked door, the odds are you will survive. And then fighting is the last-ditch effort. Don't play dead. Don't just give up. Fight.
CityNews has actually learned that some companies have hired private security for their floats for this year's Pride Parade. Now, organizers say that the Pride Parade will be dedicated to those who lost their lives in the Orlando shooting.